What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ty with the GoPro strapped to my head, and this is the 2025 Chevrolet Traverse High Country, and we're going to be taking this for a test drive. Now, for those of you who are interested in all the features of this vehicle, we're going to touch on a few of them here, but there is a completely separate video that I have filmed dedicated to all the features on this particular Traverse. So you can either wait to the end of this video where I'll provide you a link to that, or you can check out my channel Ty Drives and skip over the driving impressions. Now, the High Country is a new trim for 2025. It has been on the Traverses in the past, but in this new generation, this is the first year for the High Country trim, which means we get more bright work on the outside. You can see a nicely accented chrome grille. We have, of course, LED headlights up front, and purple. We have a purplish color to this vehicle. Stardust metallic is what Chevy calls it. 22-inch wheels, same design as the RS, but again, we have more bright work, so kind of the face of the wheels have this machined finish. 22-inch wheels wrapped in 275/45 tires. 360 cameras all the way around, and we could see some new chrome accented door handles with the smart key entry. And the Traverse really is a huge vehicle. It's the biggest vehicle in its class, 98 cubic feet of cargo area back here, which is a huge number. Back here we have a good amount of black accents, just a little bit of chrome with cool, like, kind of tinted out taillights, reverse camera for the mirror. We have the chrome High Country emblems and also quad exhaust tips with parking sensors back here. And you can actually tow up to 5,000 pounds with the Traverse. Power trunk lid, of course, and once we get back here, you can see tons of space. The third row seats are powered, so they'll go down and up. The second row seats will just go down, and then you could just go back to the other side and flip them back up. But even with the third row seats up, you still have an awesome amount of space, and underneath here you have even more. So it's a pretty deep bucket under there that's actually removable, and you could put more stuff in there. So tons and tons of space in this car. And even a guy of my size, so I'm 5'10", could fit in this third row of seats easily. Take a glance at the rear seats quickly, where we have a jet black and sky cool gray interior, 10-speaker Bose audio system, and of course captain's chairs back here too. We also have a button where you could press this and it'll kind of fold the seat upwards, and then you can fold it, kind of push it forwards to get into the third row, or you could just use the aisle within the center of the bucket seats back here. Space-wise, I'm 5'10". I have plenty of space. You have heated seats back here, your own HVAC controls, and also a couple of chargers, USB-Cs, and a 3-prong household outlet. Sticker price on this Traverse, $56,995 without any options added. Really, the only option on the High Country trim is a sunroof, and as you can see, we do not have it. Notable amenities up front, we have memory seats for the driver's side, of course, which makes our front seats powered with 4-way lumbar. Really nice attention to detail on the seats too. We have piping, stitching, perforations, and the passenger side seat is also powered. We have power folding mirrors, again the Bose audio system, and a couple different driving modes, which is cool too. Let's hop in here. We'll start her up. And first things first, let's put our seatbelt on for safety first. And we'll take the Traverse for a test drive. All right, so here we go, test driving the Traverse High Country. Now, surprisingly, this is the first Traverse that I have reviewed since they came out. They came out in the 2024 model year. Just kind of impossible to get a hold of. They've been selling like crazy. But here we go with the new trim level, the High Country, and we're going to see how it drives. First thing we're going to do is, as soon as we get around this bend and it straightens out, we're going to do an acceleration test. Now, we're not going to get much grip because the roads are salted. They're also wet. But we'll see what we can do as long as we can put the kind of power down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch it into sport mode, which it's in right now. And let's see what we can do. Here we go. Quick brake test. So yeah, pretty powerful engine for this Traverse. Really no complaints as far as the power goes. We're working with a 2.5 liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine, and it's good for 328 horsepower, 326 pound-feet of torque, which, if you can remember, the old generation Traverse had a V6 with less horsepower and a lot less torque. So this turbocharged 4 does the Traverse justice very well. It's all hooked up to an 8-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive in this particular one. All right, now that our acceleration test is over with, we can kind of focus on the suspension and the dynamics of how this vehicle drives and rides. Now, kind of going up this hill here, it definitely seems to have enough power to going up the hills. This is, again, a turbocharged vehicle, so usually it needs the turbocharger to spool up, especially on a car like that's this big. But this seems to have no problems with getting up these hills. Now, we do have some pretty large wheels. As I mentioned before, 22-inch wheels. That used to be the biggest wheel choice you can get on the Tahoe and Suburban. Now there's 22s on a Traverse. So that was definitely a concern for me as far as ride quality goes, because you don't have a whole lot of tire when you're working with a 22-inch wheel. But this seems to ride exceptionally well, especially over the imperfections. Now, we don't have the nicest of streets up here in Connecticut, but yeah, suspension seems to be doing a very nice job on kind of soaking up the bumps. The brakes did feel nice and firm too after our acceleration test, which is good. Eight-speed automatic shifts nicely. And we'll see what our passing power is like here. Not necessarily a highway passing power test, but the Traverse definitely holds the gears a little bit longer, so in case you do need to punch it during your little acceleration, you'll definitely have the power to do so. Couple of notable features too while we're driving around is we do have the Super Cruise, which is kind of this strip right here, and it'll give you kind of indication lights on the Super Cruise. And what that is mainly for is kind of like a self-driving for main roads and highways. Pretty cool feature. Definitely try it out if you get the chance to test drive one of these cars. So that's pretty cool. We also have your your heated steering wheel, also heated and cooled seats. Nice adjustable driver's display up here, which you can adjust kind of like for this from this tachometer mode over to a Google Maps display, and we can adjust that to a kind of driver's assist display over to a kind of a more simple display, and then back to our tachometer. Big, huge touchscreen too on this Traverse, 17.7 inches, which is huge. We have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and we also have some pretty cool ambient lighting on the inside. One thing I do have to point out, though, is the engine does seem a little bit buzzy on acceleration. You kind of get this more high-pitched, kind of the typical four-cylinder sound, which doesn't sound as good, you know, as the V6 did. But it definitely seems to have and feel like it has more power than the V6 did, so that's definitely a plus. And it's a four-cylinder, so it gets better fuel economy. Now we have more of a main road, so we can get up to some higher speeds and kind of hear and feel how it drives. And it's pretty impressive. You barely get any tire noise at all, which is again shocking because of the large wheels. It feels very stable and planted up at these speeds. And the sound deadening is great in this car. The only area of improvement I would say is again with that engine noise that I could see at least. But even, you know, the oncoming traffic and wind noise is very minimal. We also have the rear view camera mirror present, which you can kind of toggle that on and off to a regular mirror or just the rear view camera mirror. But yeah, I would say overall, very impressive driving experience. Definitely a comfortable one. You know, not a whole lot of noise going on here, just cruising around. Very comfortable suspension. Lots of features in this high country. Just a sunroof would make this car an awesome, very luxurious, comfortable cruiser at not too bad of a price point either. And it's got plenty of features and a very enjoyable driving experience. So that pretty much does it for the test drive on the 2025 Chevy Traverse High Country. Make sure you check out the link that should be popping up right down here for our full features review. And I thank each and every one of you for watching this video and hope you stay tuned with us for the next.